Hey guys, Tanya Clarke-Marinelli here. Welcome to the live weekly webinar training. Just want to welcome everybody here. This crept on like super quick. I sat down, I looked, it was 11:30 a.m. and I was like, oh my gosh, I had to start broadcasting. So I'm really excited. I'm going to wait until we get some viewers popping on. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we have a few viewers on right now. So if you're in a place where you're actually using the chat box, I know that a lot of you guys watch live via YouTube, but if you're actually on the webcast, pop in your name. Let me know who you are, where you're attending from. I really want to say hello, and I want to do a tech check. I want to make sure that you guys can all hear me. Today, I'm going to be talking about a topic that is really, really important, not only for me, but for so many other coaches, consultants, healers out there today. And it's going to be talking about why you're not, how to charge what you're worth. You know, in my advertisement, I had these like little shackles, breaking free and charging what it is that you guys are worth. Now, if you're not feeling worthy enough to charge what you want to charge, then we're going to talk about why that is, and we're going to talk about how you can get to a point or to a place of actually charging, of actually feeling worthy enough to charge what you'll want to be making. Okay, so today is going to be a kick-ass training. I like to change it up in my home and on these webinars. And today I have this like portable desk. So I brought it into an area in my home that I absolutely love. This shelf behind me has many, many things that I absolutely love and adore here. You'd think I was outside in the wind, but I really wasn't. And it's kind of like an altar, but it's, you know, I can see it multiple times a day, and it kind of is related to what we're going to talk about today. So these items that I have here raise my vibration, make me feel good. I'm just going to share a couple things with you guys. This little brooch here, someone very dear to me gave that to me. And when my mom was alive, she had one identical to it. So this brooch reminds me of that person and my mom, okay? And then I have beautiful stones, okay, that I charge out in the moonlight. And here we have some oils for when I'm having time to myself, doing my meditations, whatever the case is. I got my baby girl, I got my baby boys over here, got some family, some words, I love words. And I also have my crystals, which I'm not wearing right now. I don't know why the hell I'm not wearing them. Put those on. And yeah, so I'm also, for those of you guys who don't know, First Nations, I'm Aboriginal and I'm Ojibwe, and I'm learning a lot about our history and our culture, and yeah, and the importance of smudging. Okay, smudging your area, cleaning your energy, your surrounding energy, and things like that. So this is where we smudge. That's the feather to bring it around your body and your space. So that's just a few things that I wanted to share with you guys. So it's really important for y'all to, it's really important for you guys all to really be aware of that. Surround yourself, surround your space with things that are going to remind you of your whys, remind you what's important in life, and raise your vibration, okay? It's all about energy and it's all about vibration. So I'm just going to take one more quick little look-see here. And we're going to get started. This is going to be a brilliant training for you guys. You guys are going to take this information. You're going to apply it to your own life, your own business, your own practice, you name it. Even if you're not yet in a place where you want to create your coaching consulting practice or healing practice, you guys are going to take all this information and you're going to be able to implement it in your life. All right. So without further ado, let's get started. All right. So, welcome to the investinyourselfcourse.com Get Your Money Mindset Makeover free webinar training. In these trainings, you guys are going to break through your limitations, shatter your negative beliefs, and create a life that you love. Today, we're going to be talking about breaking free, owning your value, and being able to charge what you're worth in your coaching, consulting, and healing practice. Today, you guys are going to find out what's stopping you from owning your value in your business. One of the biggest fears most of my clients face in their coaching, consulting, and healing practice, and how to make that dramatic change that you're gonna really feel good about, okay? There's a difference between making a dramatic change and making a dramatic change that you feel really good about, okay? So my program has been I've shared my program on local TV, news, radio stations. There's been multiple articles written up on the Empowering Kids and Invest in Yourself course program. And here is the Empowering Kids program. I'm really excited because after this amazing webinar training today, I'm going to post for you guys. I'm going to share with you guys the kick-ass little video all about the Empowering Kids program. It's done, it's been created, it's completed, and now I'm going to share it all over the place, and I'm going to invite y'all to share it as well. Okay, in there you'll see exactly why. It's a very short video, but it shares all of the amazing, powerful things that happen within the Empowering Kids program. So I'm really excited for that. Now, the Invest in Yourself, I'm also the creator of the Invest in Yourself online program. Shift your money mindset to create the freedom that you deserve today, okay? I'm also the host of the Empowering You and Your Children radio show. Once a month, we have Mr. Dan King here, creator of Soulgasm. He is a spiritual conduit, author, speaker, and creator of, obviously, Soulgasm. I have him on the radio show once a month, and trust me, this man is brilliant. You guys don't want to miss it. And you guys can call in and ask your questions for free, okay? Monday, this upcoming Monday, you guys are not going to want to miss the radio show. We have Sherry Selly, creator of Tribe Meditation and author of the upcoming book 402. She's coming on the show to talk about her upcoming book. You guys aren't going to want to miss this. This is her personal story, and this is, I'm getting shivers just thinking about it, but I won't share any more with you. You're going to have to check her out. If you're not already friends with her on Facebook, go and friend her, Sherry Selly, or Sherry Selly. That's her Facebook page. And read up about exactly what that book is about. It will resonate with you. I also have a few signature talks that I share. Overcoming negative self-talk, secrets every successful woman needs to know. All right. And the most important ingredient for your child's success. Hop on over to empoweringkidsprogram.com. Download your free training, this very free training, for you guys to begin implementing emotional intelligence with your children and yourself today. Okay. Yours for free. I also do workshops around Manitoba. I've done fly-in, workshops, and I spoke in high schools for Manitoba mentors, and it all is related to the Empowering Kids program. You guys want to check that out. Now, if you guys have watched my webinars in the past, if not, maybe some videos. If not, let me just introduce you to what the hell a Harajuku moment is. So basically, that's your why. That's your kick in the ass. That is your spark in the ass to get you guys going on your journey. What it is you guys have always wanted to do. You guys pretty much reach a point where it's like, enough's enough. I got to get out there and I got to do this, right? So my why, okay, is being around for my children. And my Harajuku moment was the moment that my husband and I separated, and we had already made the decision to homeschool our kids. And I was like, oh my gosh, now I'm a single parent. I got to go back to work. At least that's the story that I was telling myself, until I decided that it was important enough to tell myself a new story. And my new story was that I'm not going to sacrifice anything that I want to experience in this life. I am going to find a way to homeschool my kids, travel the freaking world. That's a picture of us here in, I believe this was Puerto Vallarta. I'm going to figure out a way to world school, homeschool, unschool, do whatever suits my children, take my adorable little daughter here out on mother-daughter days. I'm going to find a way to do it, be with my kids, and generate an income doing what it is that I love and fulfilling my passions, okay? I know that's a long list of bullshits. Maybe some of you guys are sitting there going, how the hell are you going to do that? Well, if I wasn't doing it, I wouldn't be sitting here sharing with you guys exactly how I'm doing it today. So that's what I'm doing. That is the purpose of these webinars. This is my moment to give back and share with you guys exactly how to implement your coaching consulting business, healing business, charge what you're worth, and follow your passions and do what it is that you guys love to do because you want to do it, okay? I love to travel. This is Laguna Beach, a few pictures from Laguna Beach. I love to network. I love to surround myself with like-minded people, which is what you see here. And I kind of like to play the guitar, okay? These are some of my passions. Some of my passions is going to different little cafes in, in Winnipeg and just sitting there staring at all the beautiful people that walk by. I swear to you, it is rare that I see an ugly person. Everybody is beautiful to me, and that is completely opposite than what I used to be. And we'll get into that in a little while. So that's one of the things that I absolutely love to do. So just going to flip back over here. So if you guys are just joining us, pop in your name. Let me know who you are, where you're calling in from. And if you can't reach a chat box, I always have my phone next to me. So I'm just going to keep going. Today, we're going to talk about what's stopping you from owning your value in your business. And I'll tell you right now, it is fear. Fear is what it is. Fear is the biggest thing that stops everybody from doing whatever it is that you guys want to do. It is a form of fear, okay? Now, a form of that is not enough, okay? What form of not enough are you feeling? Not good enough, not smart enough, not pretty enough, not funny enough, just not friggin' good enough in your coaching, consulting, healing practice. I'm not good enough to charge any more than that person's charging. Who do I think I am? So on and so forth, right? So how do we get to the point of feeling good enough? I'm just gonna back up here. For reals, people, it is always a form of not enough. It is always a form of not feeling good enough when you're not able to charge what it is that you want to charge in your coaching, consulting, and healing practice. So reminder, most of the fears that you guys are experiencing in your minds, they're not true, okay? Absolutely not true. One of the biggest fears I find that the majority of my clients are facing in their coaching, consulting, and healing practice is that I'm a fraud. I'm a fraud. My life isn't freaking perfect, so who the hell am I to coach anybody else, right? And let's be completely true and honest here. I experienced that. And I believe everybody experiences that at some form in their coaching, consulting, and healing practice. Okay. And if this is you guys, chime in. We got a quiet little chat box here. If the chat box isn't working, let me know, but chime in. Fraud. That's right. Fraud alert. Okay. So one of the biggest blocks or fears that are keeping my clients from breaking free and charging what their worth is feeling like a fraud. Fraud is a form of not feeling like you're enough, okay? It's if you feel like you're a fraud, you're judging yourself, okay? No one is perfect. I'm here to tell you that straight up. Nobody is freaking perfect. New level, new devil. What does that mean? That means that no matter where you are in your journey, we're here to continuously progress. We're here to continuously grow. So you're always going to get to a new level, and you're always going to experience blocks and challenges. All right. No matter what you're coaching, what your healing practice is, whatever the case is, this just popped into my mind. Let's take Reiki, for instance. I'm just going to stop this for a minute. Let's take Reiki. That's a form of healing, right? So you have a healing practice, and you're doing Reiki. And what's the purpose of Reiki? The purpose of Reiki is to really help your client heal in whatever area. Well, what if you're having challenges in certain areas of your life, and you're looking at, who the hell am I to help another person heal when I'm experiencing all these challenges, and then you feel like a mess, and so on and so forth, right? I know y'all heard that. That was my doorbell, and that was my son coming home for lunch. That's okay. I knew that was going to happen. And so anyways, or I'm going to be completely freaking honest with you, and I'm going to share with you guys why I'm being honest with you. So there's some challenges that I experience in life, right? And I sought out a coach. I have a business coach to mentor me and help me skyrocket my business so I can help my clients. And I'm continuously gaining new information, right? Because things are forever evolving. So I'm continuously gaining new information so I can share that with my clients and help skyrocket my business, right? And then I have a life coach who helps me with grieving and loss. So 3 years ago, when I separated from my ex-husband, a couple years went by, and things were just like, what the hell? These are still lingering, and basically I sought her out, and I said, this is a challenge for me. I think I need some help in this area. And there was part of me that was like, I can't tell my clients this. There's no freaking way I can tell my clients this. What? I'm supposed to be inspiring and motivating my clients, and here I am looking for my own life coach to help me in this certain area. And it took, because when you're in it, it's a little bit different, right? But it took that life coach to look at me and go, yeah, you're judging yourself. And what's that law of allowing about? What's our number one rule? And I'm like, oh, yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, the law of allowing states that you allow others to be who they are authentically in their own authentic skin, and you allow yourself to be who you are in your own authentic skin. And remembering, it's okay. It's okay to experience challenges. These challenges are a reminder. I'm quoting her now. These challenges are a reminder for you to slow down, check in. What's going on with you, right? If you're perfect and you experience no challenges in life, guys, you're done. You're not growing. You're not growing. So heads up, no matter where you are in your life, you're going to experience challenges. And if you don't, put yourself in a place where you have to experience challenges. I was at Toastmasters this morning, and what did I say? My mentor, or somebody who wishes to remain anonymous in our Toastmasters group, basically signed me up for like chair. So, and this is like a role that I've never done before and scared the shit out of me. So when I was told that I was to be chair, and you basically are one of the people who help run the meeting, I was like scared. And I went up there and I said, I'm winging it. I am winging it. And the response for the evaluator basically said, don't tell people that you're winging it. Just get up there and wing it. We don't need to know that. Just get up there and do it. So basically, it's okay to experience challenges. Definitely put yourself in a place where you might fail. You might fail. That's okay. Failing's learning, right? You guys are all brilliant people. You guys know that at this point. Put yourself in a place where you're going to fail, because that is the way you're going to grow the quickest and experience success the quickest. However, if you don't know what you're doing and you're winging it, then go in there and wing it, okay? Don't pretend that you're perfect. And I'm not going to pretend for you guys that my life is perfect either. There's challenges coming out of my ass, and that's okay for me. That is okay. That just means that I'm accepting the challenges. I'm being presented with amazing opportunities, and I'm growing. I'm growing, I'm growing, I'm growing. So there are differences between not feeling good enough because you're experiencing challenges and letting that stop you. There's differences between experiencing challenges and confidently going in and going, oh God, this is going to be challenging. Yeah, but bring it on. Let's do it. I know that this is going to teach me something. And I'm going to share with you guys in the slides exactly what that's all about. All right. So let's just get back then. All right. So no one's perfect. Nobody is freaking perfect. If you think you're perfect, you're not perfect. Okay. I'm just going to call you out like that. Authenticity is the new currency. Okay. You're not perfect, so don't pretend to be. I'm not perfect. I'm not going to pretend to be. I'm going to use my imperfections to attract those who I resonate with. So I can attract those who are going to resonate with me. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm somebody that I'm not. I'm not going to sit here and pretend my life is perfect, or that I didn't go through a divorce, or that I blah, 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 blah. Okay. Or that I, lots of things. Don't sit there and pretend you're not who you are. Embrace all of those challenges and all of those imperfections that make you who you are. So authenticity, the truer you are, the more you're going to attract the people who resonate with you. So the truer I am to you guys, right? It doesn't look like just want to make sure that you guys can see me. I just looked, and usually my camera light is on. So if you guys can, let me know in the chat box. Or if you're watching and you want to text in, let me know if you guys can see me, because my camera doesn't look like it's on. Anyways, I'll just keep going. You're not perfect, so don't pretend to be. Authenticity is a new currency, okay? Meaning, grab all those imperfections, use them to your benefit, embrace who the hell you are, and use that in your coaching, healing, and consulting practices. So in order to make dramatic change that you're going to feel great about in your business, we got to get back to the basics of life coaching. In these webinars for the last, for a long time, I've been sharing with you guys, okay, here's the best way to build your business. Really tangible things that you guys can walk away with and implement in your business, right? Well, today I'm going to get back to what I began doing. Before business coaching, it was all about life coaching. What I've been experiencing with a lot of my newer clients lately, even my older clients and myself, is that there are some serious blocks. Okay, there are some serious internal personal blocks that you guys are going to experience that directly affect your business. So your energy is a direct reflection of your business, guys. Your worth determines the amount of money that you're going to make. If you don't feel worthy or good enough, or if you feel like a fraud, there's no way in hell that you're going to charge what you quote unquote want to make, because you're going to be charging what you think you're worth, or not charging. You know what I mean? Like, you're just not going to even be able to charge what you want to be making because you just don't feel worth it. And then you're going to feel like a fraud. Okay. So let's do some life coaching. Louise Hay. If you guys haven't heard of her, you need to hear of her. Go Google her. And I totally misspelled her name. So awesome. High five, Tanya. So mirror work. If you guys haven't heard of mirror work, I'm going to get you guys to look at me right away, and I'm going to share with you guys my personal experience with mirror work. So it's basically that you look into your eyes in the mirror. And this is one form of really falling in love with yourself. So mirror work is you look directly into the mirror. Okay? You look into your eyes, into the mirror. Last week we were talking, was it last week or the week before? I did a webinar all about, using video to generate, the quickest way to generate leads to your business is by using video or live streaming. And that's because people can look directly at you. It's the next best thing to being live, speaking right in front of, right to somebody, directly at them. So mirror work is you look into the mirror and you look into your eyes and you just tell yourself beautiful, wonderful things. Okay? Like, I am smart enough. I'm good enough. I mean, you've heard this in that movie, right? Like, this is a famous little quote going around Facebook and the little videos going around Facebook, whatever the case is. I guarantee you, and I'm a total squirrel person, but I guarantee you that my chat's not working, but that's okay. Whatevs. And so you look into your eyes in the mirror, and people, when I've been doing this for the last few years, and they'll look at me and go, Tanya, I feel silly. This feels so awkward. I'm not doing it. Okay, fine. That's fine. But I'm telling you right now, you have to have a level of self-worth, self-respect, and self-love to get on up and charge what you're worth. Okay. And the best way to do this is with mirror work. If you guys don't know who Louise Hay is, she's brilliant. Back in like the 80s, she was the founder of Hay House. And was it Hay House? Hay House Publishings. And also, she would help people with HIV and AIDS. And it was all done through self-love, healing, healing your own body, and mirror work. All right. This mirror work and self-love is a big part of the Empowering Kids program. And it's a big part of my coaching program. You got to be able to look at yourself and tell yourself that you love yourself and get to the point where it's easy. Get to the point where it's easy. Only you can create the self-love that you guys require. Okay, you can't, this is a big part of how you create it from within and not from outside sources. So you look in the mirror. I'm able to look in the mirror. I've been doing it for so many years now that I just look in the mirror and I literally see like a child. When I look into my eyes, I'm like, I feel like I'm talking to a child, like my younger version. I'm able to nurture myself through mirror talk. It's really freaking cool. And it's really cool when your loved ones are witnessing this and they're thinking you're crazy, but then it becomes the norm for them as well. All right. I ask children to say, hey, what is it that you love about yourselves? And they'll start off exterior, like, I like my shoes. I like my pants. I like my sweater. I like my hair. I think I have really nice skin. And then it starts to get deeper and deeper and deeper. So challenging for adults to do that. I've done that numerous times. People have been in tears. Their hearts start pounding. I bet you right now, if I get you guys to, if there was some way where I get you to look at me and tell me what it is that you love about yourself, your hearts would start pounding. It's like a panic. And I get that. It's like that for everybody. It's like that for everybody when they first begin. But push past it, guys. This is really, really crucial when you want to be making us, when you want to be charging what you're worth. This is how you create that worth. This is how you get it up there, okay? So if you've been, doing a lot of inner work, do this. Look at yourself in the mirror. That's my challenge for you guys. That is your homework. Every single day, tell yourself, I love you. You might feel like a fraud at first, but those new thought processes will begin to form and you will begin to believe what it is that you're saying. You will begin to fall in love with yourself. It really, really works. There's a reason why she's been doing it for the last 40 years. Okay? It's because it works. She's helped people heal their entire bodies from cancer, from AIDS, from HIV, you name it. And due to self-love and these types of practices. So if you've never heard of Louise Hay, don't copy my spelling. Go and Google it and get her proper spelling, okay? Now let me get back here. Let me just get back here now. All right. So the little images that I have, I love you. I really, really love you. Look into your eyes often. Express this growing sense of love that you have for yourself. A little story I'm going to share with you guys if you've never heard it before is this. Children were born loving themselves. You and me and everybody else there, we're born loving yourselves. The older we get, the more we download from the people around us, and the more we learn that the norm is not to love and respect ourselves. Okay? So it's really important for you to make the biggest impact and ripple effect. You need to love yourself and model that for everyone around you, especially for those little ones. Okay? Now, let's talk about psychology. My man, Tony Robbins, says 80% of success is psychology and 20% is mechanics. Let's talk about psychology. The definition of psychology is the mental and emotional factors governing a situation or activity. A synonym, mindset. What am I? A mindset coach. What? So what is mindset? Definition of mindset? The established set of attitudes or beliefs held by someone. Basically the same thing, okay? Let's talk about this now. If you believe that you're a fraud, if you believe you're not worthy, if you believe you're not good enough, why would anybody want to hire me, right? I'm not good enough. Those are your beliefs. That's what you guys believe about yourself. Your beliefs affect the thoughts. You're going to think thoughts of not feeling good enough, not being good enough. And then your thoughts are going to create your actions or inactions. And then your actions or inactions are going to create your results or none, no results, right? That's how deep this is. Okay, so if you guys want to be breaking through, breaking free, charging what it is that you guys want to be making, I want to be making $10,000 a month. How the hell are you going to do that? First of all, you got to charge what's going to get you $10,000 a month. Well, I can't charge that. Okay, fine. Why not? Because I'm not worth that. Oh, so how do you change that? You got to change your beliefs. Oh, how do you do that? Well, you got to get to the root of what the hell your beliefs are. If you don't feel good enough, then how do you get to the point of feeling good enough? Number one, guys, look in the friggin' mirror and tell yourself that you are. Because at some point in your life growing up, somebody either told you or modeled that you're not good enough, or you've experienced some sort of trauma or so on and so forth that resulted in you feeling not good enough. Okay, so how are you going to change it? You got to make that distinct decision. That decision to change. Sorry, I was getting a message. You got to make the decision to change it. Once you make the decision, okay, once you decide that it's time, I'm going to change it, you've got enough knowledge now. All you got to do is take that knowledge and implement it. Then that's when shit starts to happen. So let's talk about fixed mindset and growth mindset. So fixed mindset, okay, you guys pay attention. This really, really is directly related to this cycle here. Beliefs, thought, actions, results, inactions, no results. Fixed mindset. So if you have a fixed mindset, you were born this way. You were born with the skills or not born with the skills. It is what it is. I'm not good at it. I was born that way. That's the way it is. I'm my father's son. I'm my mother's daughter. It is who I am. Moving on, right? Also, fixed mindset speaks to when you're experiencing challenges. Challenges are something to avoid. People with a fixed mindset believe that if you bump into a challenge, a roadblock, whatever the case is, I'm going to avoid that shit. I'm not even going to go there. right? Because I'm going to feel intimidated because it's going to, maybe it will reveal lack of skill, or you just want to give up. And then, okay, so for a fixed mindset, totally lost my train of thought, total squirrel moment. And then people who have a fixed mindset, when they get feedback, they get defensive. They take it personally. And if you have a fixed mindset, you're probably not going to do well in Toastmasters. In Toastmasters, that's like the biggest part of it, is you go up there, you put yourself out there in the open for everybody, and then you get constructive criticism. You get like feedback. Okay, this is what you did good, but this is what you really got to improve on, do. And then there's sometimes a really long list. And if you got a fixed mindset, you're going to be like, oh, you're going to be completely offended. You're going to take it personal. And then that's going to result in maybe blaming somebody else, and they're going to get discouraged, and you're not able to take personal responsibility for that, right? When you blame other people, that means you're not taking personal responsibility, accepting responsibility. So if you guys got a growth mindset, it's going to be like, yeah, if I'm not good at it, I'm just going to work at it and work at it and work at it until I am good at it. You guys know that you're not always born with that knowledge or skill set, but you know that you can just work at it and it'll improve. Also, if you have a growth mindset, then you know that challenges are put there as an opportunity to grow, right? And when you get constructive criticism, it's like, thank you. Now I'm learning, now I'm growing, and this is definitely, thank you for telling me how I can improve in this area. Setbacks, that's a hello, let's work harder next time. Not blaming others. I'm going to accept full responsibility for that. Regardless of anything that comes into your path, you accept full responsibility for it. So I absolutely love this. So I'm going to hop on over here. I'm going to stop the screen share. I'm going to, I must have screwed up, but that's okay. There's like no chat in the chat box. Oh, well. So then there's no questions. Now, the reason why I'm chatting about this today is because I'm experiencing a lot of this with my clients, okay? If you're not feeling good enough and you find yourself on a path, a continuous path of not feeling good enough, then you got to take full responsibility for it, implement all these beautiful, amazing, kick-ass tools that I shared with you, and start to create that. Just decide to create it. Okay, done. Find your why, find your Harajuku moment, find that spark in the ass, whatever the case is, however you want to describe it, and go full force. Now, every morning, I love this tea. It's Earl Grey tea. Every morning while I'm getting ready, I put on something inspirational to kickstart my day. So this morning I was listening to Tony Robbins, and he shared action. Okay, he shared pain and pleasure. Now I know there's often times where I have network direct sales, network marketing, coaching, consulting, healers, you name it. And this could also be for your personal life. But he shared that there's two motivators, pain and pleasure, okay? So either the fear of experiencing pain, or yes, the fear of experiencing pain, or the desire to experience pleasure, those are the major motivating factors in everything, right? So why do people not take action? Why do people want something so freaking badly, desire the pleasure or desire to experience a successful kick-ass business, you name it, but why do they not take action? It's because it's sometimes more painful to take action than it is not to take action. It's like a fear of a fear, right? The fear of it, the fear of it, the pain, the fear of experiencing pain. Does that make sense? So he goes on to say, use pain and pleasure. You use pain and pleasure rather than allowing it to use you. And I thought that that was so freaking cool because we're really in control of what happens in our environments. We just are in a place of thinking that we're not in control, that we believe we're not in control. But the fact is we are in control. Okay. And all these beautiful tools that you're hearing on these webinars and emails and whatever the case is from all these other wonderful leaders, you know all this information, you got all this. But that fear is so freaking crippling. Okay. This has been kind of the topic for the last few weeks right now, is fear is like so crippling. But we're in control of how to use that pain and pleasure. We just have to create a new habit. We got to make it happen, right? Is it scary to sign up for a coaching program? Hell yes. But you got to ask yourself, what is worse? Okay. You got to also ask yourself, here's a big thing that I heard him mention this morning as well, is that is the fear of failing more painful than the fear of not achieving what it is that you want, right? So think about this. Brian Tracy says, if you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do, right? And regardless of any other reason out there, you should always be following that, okay? If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? I would do whatever the case is. I can't think of anything today because you guys aren't engaging because I messed up the chat box. So anyhow, moving along, use pain and pleasure. Don't let it use you, okay? The reason why a lot of us stay where we are is because it's scarier to move forward. We already know what it feels like. We think it's going to be scarier to move forward and more painful to move forward than where we are right now. Okay? So I'm going to get back over to the chat box and I'm going to share with you guys a little bit more here. Okay. Fixed mindset, growth mindset. So what happens when you guys show up and you say, oh, right. What happens when you guys show up and you say, you know what? I'm going to be the boss. I'm going to be the boss. I'm not going to sit in this pain anymore. I'm going to go after that pleasure, period. What happens when you decide that? This is something that happens when you decide that. When you say yes and worry about it later, right? You guys are all like, what? Say yes, worry about it later? What are you talking about? Say yes, worry about it later. If you sit there and worry about it, then you're going to sit there and freaking just fill your body with toxic thoughts, okay? Of what could happen? What could happen? What kind of pain could I experience? You know, what could go wrong? Say yes, worry about it later. And that is going to help you push forward. This is Sherry Sally, one of my clients, and she is the author of the upcoming book 402, creator of Tribe Meditation and weekly meditation classes. And she's such a pleasure to work with. She signed up for, she renewed her contract with me, and now she's on for another 9 months. So super celebrating that. And this is Ms. Jen Marie. 7 months ago now, she left her high-paying corporate job to pursue her passion because she was just like, I can't do it anymore. My why is those kids. I need to be around these kids. So this is Jen Marie, these are her children, and she left high-paying corporate to teach kids yoga and women yoga, mother-daughter classes, you name it, so she could be closer with her children and honor her passions. And look at her doing it, and she's doing it so well. She's thriving. And yeah, she's making money doing it. So here's what few of my other clients are saying. I've made twice my investment back in 60 days. Boom, right? Pays for itself, and you got how many more months left to learn and grow your business. I've been sitting on my About page for about 2 years, and I'm having so much fun building my business. That's amazing. If you're sitting on something and you're experiencing block, like that's a huge celebration for me. All of my clients' celebrations are my celebrations. This is huge. You have somebody sitting on your About page. That's like a page in your website that tells people about who you are so they can really get to know you. Well, if they're sitting on it for 2 years and they're not able to complete that, they're going to feel self-doubt because they're not done. How are they going to, my clients are going to see that I'm not even finishing my work, so on and so forth. And then you sign up for the program and you're done. That's huge. That's a huge celebration for me, and I'm totally celebrating her as well. So another one of my clients says, I've had more out of 6 sessions with Tanya than 6 months of personal coaching. I'm still buzzing and excited about the program 2 months after starting it. And literally, like, my clients are amazing. They have such kick-ass energy. Morgan created her consulting business website, began her modules within 60 days of beginning the program. Like, this woman worked her ass off. And this program is designed in a way where you can do it while you're working your full-time job. This woman did all of this while working full-time and going out of town for her job. Another one of my clients says, I went full-time in my business 3 months before I was scheduled to with Tanya's help. Okay, so these are huge celebrations for myself and my clients. Now, here's the Invest in Yourself program. It is designed to figure out, number one, where you're at in life, where you want to be and how to get there. Why is number one so important? Number one is so important because we could spend our lives distracting ourselves, right, with challenges and never really know where we are and where we want to be. So when you sign up for this program, you're basically signing up to be held accountable. You're going to be asked the hard questions. You're going to be challenged, all right? So you definitely need a growth mindset if you're going to sign up for this program. You're going to be challenged, and you're going to, guaranteed, find out and be able to talk about and admit where you are currently in your life and where it is that you want to be. Many times, if you want to be a public speaker, if you want to be a mentor, if you want to be, the most successful life coach here in Winnipeg, wherever it is you are, it's scary to say that out loud, and it's scary to tell people about it. But in this program, you get to the point where it's like, yep, this is what I want to do, and this is where I want to be. And then we talk about how to get you there, and that's exactly what you work on. So, oops, I forgot to change this, but really it's now 10 modules. Module 1 is designed to find out where you're at. Module 2 is mastering habit. Habit is huge. Neuroplasticity, guys. You got to create new neural pathways. You got to create new habits of success, including rituals. Module 3, we talk about fear, ego, and resistance. Guys, fear will freaking cripple you. Fear will keep you in bed some days. The ego is all about keeping you in your comfort zone, and resistance plays hand in hand with ego. Now, what you find out in this module is all of that in detail, but how to be outside of your comfort zone almost on a regular basis. Okay, it's huge. It's amazing. Module 4, universal laws. We all need to know about specific universal laws in order to attract and manifest, say, your ideal clients, your ideal income, your ideal practice, you name it. You got to know about these universal laws. Module 5 is all about being honest. radically honest, tapping into those internal subconscious beliefs. If you feel like a fraud, you got to tap beneath and find out why and move forward from it. Module 6, feminine and masculine energy. Module 7, money mindset, baby. Okay, you got worksheets, everything. Module 8, creating your online business. All the techie stuff you need to know, from website, creating module site, how you're going to coach your online mastermind, you name it. Module 9 is time management. That is key. Module 10, guys, life coaching. I share with you guys all the ins and outs, all the things that you need to know about life coaching and how to implement that and how it really needs to be implemented in any coaching, consulting, and healing practice that you got. We're all life coaches at some point, right? Especially if you're mentoring and you're influencing others. So plus bonuses. It all includes, monthly one-on-one calls, weekly group calls that are so, so powerful, worksheets, you name it, recommended reading. Now, how do you apply for I'm gifting everybody here on the webinar a free 60-minute breakthrough session. All right, a free 60-minute breakthrough session. If you guys think that this course might be what you're looking for, then you guys go to my website, investinyourselfcourse.com, hover over the home button and click on apply. Why apply? Because we need to know that we're going to resonate with each other. If our energies don't match up, you guys, we're going to create resistance while working together. And I don't want that, and you don't want that. That's not how we're going to grow, right? Everything is energy. We got to keep that energy high so we can keep the momentum going. So if I'm not your coach, then you find one that is, okay? So yes, that's why apply. You click on apply, then we get on the phone together. I give you amazing information that's going to help you in your business. Before we even get on the call together, I already sent you an email that's going to get you to dig deep, okay? This is how these calls work. And then we get on the phone together and I give you amazing content that is going to really kickstart whatever breakthrough you require. And the worst thing that's going to happen is that we don't work together, and the best thing that's going to happen is that we do, period. You're going to walk away with kick-ass information for your business either way. So how do you register? Investinyourselfcourse.com and click on the apply button. Now, I'm going to hop on over back here, and I just want to celebrate each and every one of you guys for being here. I can see that you're here. I have no idea why the chat box isn't working, but all good. So if you're watching the replay or if you guys were here live, here's my personal email. Tanya, mcr@mymts.net. Right there. Tanya, mcr@mymts.net. Shoot me an email. Tell me that you were listening live. Let me know anything that really resonated with you. I want to hear something deep. Yes, Tanya, I've felt like a fraud before in my business. Yes, Tanya, I've never looked at myself in the mirror, but I can see how that's really going to implement and impact the people around me, blah, 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 blah. Let me know anything that you took away from this webinar, and I will mail you a free book. And I'm not sure what that book will be. Maybe it'll be a Louise Hay book, because that's really, really key for creating that self-worth value, not feeling like a fraud, being able to up your worth, up level, and charge what it is that you guys are worth, okay? Lots of people out there are charging not enough for their programs, not enough. Guess what you're attracting when you don't charge enough for your program? You guys are attracting people who aren't that serious about moving ahead. Does that make sense? Because the people who are freaking serious, those action takers, those people who are like, I'm done, I want the best, I'm ready to make change, I'm ready to implement change, are gonna pay the money, and they're not even gonna question it, okay? So you guys gotta really believe what it is that you guys are selling, your service, the service that you guys are providing. And when you really believe that, you're really confident in knowing that it's going to implement and change people's lives. And then you're going to charge what you're worth. And then you're going to attract people who are like, Hell yeah, because I can feel the energy off this person. They know what they're doing. They have the information that is going to kickstart me in going where in the direction that I want to be in my life right now. I've already decided it. I just need to choose the person I'm going to work with. Those are the people that you're going to begin attracting. So in order to get to that point, you guys need to look at yourself in the mirror, and you need to get yourself to that point. Okay. Don't depend on anybody else to get you there. You need to get yourself to that point. So look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself what it is that you want to believe about yourself. So I love y'all. Tanya, mcr@mymts.net. That's my personal email. You guys want to work with me? Remember, I'm gifting all y'all, who, whether you're listening live or to the replay, a free 60-minute breakthrough session. Okay? Investinyourselfcourse.com. Mwah, mwah. Love y'all. Even though we didn't get to engage, love y'all. Have a good one. Bye.